Yeah, Big JTV, man. And I don't know if I should be celebrating, if I should be neutral, or how I should feel about this because, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. And the fact is, more than crazy, it's more so sad. You know what I mean? A lot of these young black men are crashing out, literally, off of vengeance, off of disrespect, and they're going to face 30 some years to life over anger, hate, and probably a little bit of money that they flossed and spent too quick. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Foolio's killers, man. Five of them suspects, people were part of his killing, of his murder, were found. 4 so far are arrested. 1 is on the run. And trust me, somebody's going to snitch, somebody's going to tell, and he's also going to be caught. It's not a matter of who's going to snitch, it's how many are going to snitch and how many are going to try to get a deal with the feds. Because what these idiots did, these little do-its, like my boy, I Smoke Hip Hop, DJ Bless One likes to say, these little do-its, they did it, and now they about to do the time. I said it before, bro. These niggas went all the way from Jacksonville to Tampa to get their get back on an individual that, granted, had been dissing their crew, had been disrespecting their dead homies, their dead relatives, had been absolutely very, very, very impactful in the drill culture and the drill scene. And really, my take is this is just a part of it, man. Unfortunately, this is a part of this genre called drill music, man. When you look at the Foolio, assassination, because that's what it was. It was an assassination. It was a planned out plot. They literally have these niggas, these individuals, sorry to say that, you literally hunting and going on a borderline assassination attempt on some, Donald Trump-ish, for blood. For blood. All right? And if you haven't understood or at least heard the news, I'm going to be reading a TMZ article, which is a bit delayed, but I'm going to give y'all some updates right after. But this is what the drill culture leads to, man. We literally had a situation like this with FBG Duck in the times next to dating show podcasts. But but that's a conversation for another day, man. I'm gonna read the article, the TMZ article, and I'm gonna give y'all my take on the other side. Here it goes. I'll put the link in the bio, by the way. So Tampa police feel like they're on the right track to solving rapper Foolio's murder. 3 people were arrested in connection with the deadly shooting, and cops say they're closing in on 2 more. On Monday, Tampa PD held a press conference announcing the arrest of first degree murder charges to Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, and Sean Garthwright. The suspects all nabbed in Jacksonville. Okay, so just to give y'all some context, these people obviously were from Jacksonville. Obviously, they drove up to Tampa in order to meet Foolio for his demise and assassinate him. It is what it is. Cops also revealed new footage of the June 23rd deadly shooting, and it shows multiple masked gunmen zipping around the Tampa Bay Holiday Inn parking lot, taking positions in bushes and firing dozens of rounds into the vehicle carrying Foolio. Foolio was in town celebrating his 26th birthday, which would tragically be one of his final moments. As previously reported, he and his party had been kicked out of their Airbnb after breaking the occupancy limit and wound up at the Holiday Inn. Police say the gunman tracked their every move all evening. So the feds are watching. Police also revealed they're still out on the hunt for 2 more suspects, Davion and Rashad Murphy. I have an update for y'all. Rashad Murphy was got by the feds this morning. He was apparently about to off himself in his apartment. He was on FaceTime with a shorty. But Police came there in time, and instead of offing himself and unaliving himself, turning his own TV off, the police said, we're going to give you some handcuffs and you can turn your TV off in the jail cell. Because this nigga's facing 30 to life. It is what it is. Tampa Police Chief Lee Burklaw says this investigation discovered the suspects to be members of the rival gang and apparently has ties to Yungeen Ace, a known rival of Foolio. The primary guy, Isaiah Chance, he's allegedly part of ATK, you know what I mean? And Rashad and Davion, I believe Davion Murphy, they're part of 1200. So 1200 is a gang that Foolio has been dissing from jump. They've been beefing with KTA, which is Foolio's gang. So basically, man, 1200 and ATK, they teamed up. They're like, yo, we got to annihilate this op. We're going to finish him. Boom, 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 boom. And all these 5 people are part of the gang. Apparently, the shorty is the girlfriend of Isaiah Chance. So this Alicia girl, she was part of the celebrations with Foolio, meaning she was at the turn up, meaning she was there to backdoor the nigga. Backdoor. Anyways, let's go. Ace released several tracks aiming at Foolio since his death and continuation of the rap music war that's been festering for years, highlighted by the gold certified song Who I Smoke, released in 2021. After Tampa PD made their arrest, Foolio's mom celebrated her son with a few posts on IG. She previously warned him about his lifestyle, but still is living for his justice. Now, the only people I feel really bad for is the mothers, man. The mothers, the fathers, the aunties, the sisters. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to keep it real, bro. I feel bad for the women in these families. I don't feel bad for these niggas. I do not. I don't feel bad for these niggas at all, man. And I don't feel bad for that shorty. Whatever's going to happen to them should happen to them. And I promise you, I will bet you any money in the world they're gonna rat, they're gonna snitch. I'm gonna go for it, man. About 4 of the 5 people who are gonna be arrested of this are gonna rat. They're gonna snitch on each other. None of them are gonna stay solid. No one's gonna try to hold it down for the gang. None of these people are gonna want to spend 30 to life in prison, because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna rat. And Yungeen Ace might be implicated in this, because you think the feds are not watching these dudes? You think the feds don't have internet access? Hip-hop police is real, and what's been happening in Jacksonville is complete chaos, right? When the gangs just fight each other, it's all good. Black men killing black men, that's completely fine. That's actually encouraged in the system. But when you start having casualties that are affecting different people, you are literally having shootouts in front of a hotel, which affects the hotel, which affects the manyan, which affects the community. Now you done crossed a different path. If you are in the jungle, which is the ghetto, and you're shooting at each other, completely fine. I know that because I grew up in some ghetto. I grew up in poverty. I grew up struggling. I had the choice. Should I go to the streets or not? I chose not to. And a lot of young men, especially young black men, all they know is the streets. All they believe in is the streets. And they make that choice to go deep in the streets. And as much as I don't wish death on people, I'm not surprised Foolio died. That was the least surprising news of all time. And I wouldn't be surprised if Yungeen Ace dies too. I'm sorry to say this, man. I hope he doesn't. I pray he doesn't, but I wouldn't be surprised, because when you're deep in the street-ish, it's 2 ways out. Jail or in a casket. And we just saw many people die on both sides of the ATK, KTA beef. You know what I mean? It's the exact same thing as Chicago, the FBG Doug versus King Von situation, man. These individuals are willing to crash out just to finish their op. And guess what? They ended up being packs too. see trying to get back. I feel bad for them because they're gonna meet the same fate the Foolio felt. And y'all can say I'm preaching, y'all can say this is corny. Don't care. Foolio got what he deserved. You know what I mean? And these idiots who went out on a crash out mission are gonna get what they deserve too, which is time in the jail cell. And trust me, they're gonna rat. They're gonna get to ratting. And why do I say this? I say this because my channel has always been about uplifting black people, specifically uplifting black men and making us accountable so that we can become greater than we are meant to be, or at least designed to be. We do not salute these idiots. We do not salute these crash outs. We don't salute these dummies. We don't glorify these idiots. We don't glorify these dummies. We want them to perish, man. I'm just keeping it a bean, man. I'm at the point in my life, man. I just want to see them perish, dog. You know what I mean? We don't have... Man, some of you niggas deserve to be in jail, man. I'm not here to pander to y'all. Very few people made it this far in this video. And if you have, press that like button, man. We want the good people who are trying to build black communities and society, man. These little idiots who went on a dummy mission and thought that the feds were not tracking their phones, were not tracking their license plates, they're getting what they deserve. Let me know how y'all feel about my commentary, man. I'm not going to say R.I.P. to Foolio. I'm saying he got what he deserved. It is what it is. Big JTV. Like, comment, sub. I'm out.